Hey guys, it's the Nivs here. Thank you very much for watching. And I have changing things. Like I say, I'm new to YouTube, so I'm just messing about with the channel a little bit. Please help me out if you don't mind. If it's all the same to you, please hit that like button if you like, of course. And don't forget, if you want to see more, click subscribe. So, here we go. Thank you for watching again, guys, by the way. And let's just get cracking on with it, shall we? We start off with the doctor from last week's episode. He's still blind. He's still not feeling the love at the moment with his eyes. And we then go to the voiceover for the beginning of the episode, which is the jailer fella. As we can gather from this picture here, it looks like he is the guy who has found technology. These races have found technology that can actually kill Time Lords permanently. But obviously we need another Time Lord to be able to do that. At first glance, me personally, I thought, oh my god, okay, so what's happened here? We've obviously got ourselves a bit of a flashback. But how did the Doctor become the one that was about to be executed? Until Missy came out, and then we see, okay, so she's the one that's doing the executing. You should be spending marital bliss, or whatever she said, on Derillium. And I'm sorry, condolences. Yeah, that's obviously to do with River. Basically, she's saying, sorry about your wife being dead. So we are now looking at Missy is the one that's being executed. I've got to admit, it took me a little bit by surprise. I sort of did see it coming, but I didn't. If that makes any sense to you. So Missy, has to kneel before her executioner. Obviously the Doctor. Time Lords are pretty hard to come by. He just happens to be in the neighbourhood, I'm guessing. And then we see the ultimate raising of the vault. So this is what we've all been waiting for, really, to who is in the vault. What is the vault? It's a prison, which is meant to be guarded for 1,000 years, which is what the Doctor's been doing for the past few weeks in this season. I did wonder how they were going to address the Doctor's blindness. So when he received this email, and you can see he actually has a basic vision, like Geordie LaForge from Star Trek The Next Generation. We knew that something was going on, and of course a minor adjustment to the opening titles where there's a bit of static at the end. Quite good. And we meet the Pope, but I've got a weird, strange feeling I've seen him somewhere before. Yes, it's a big house. You live in the kitchen. Yes, you got the refrigerator to keep cool. Yeah, I think it's him. There are a few funny scenes, very few funny scenes actually, to be honest with you, but this one was one of them. And that was Nardole basically saying that he's been given permission by one person, and that was the Doctor's wife, to kick his ass. I read online that a few people were saying that, well, how watching the trailer, by the way, how on earth can he have the Doctor's diary? How can they have, because the diary was actually left on in the library. There were two diaries. Doctor had one, obviously, and River had the other, and this is obviously River's diary, which on her death, or close to her death, she actually gave the diary to Noddle with explicit instructions to use it to kick the Doctor's ass with. And there we go. Oh, I love this picture. The Doctor arrives in Rome, and he has a bit of a confrontation with Noddle. He basically doesn't want anyone to realise, well, specifically Bill, to know that he's vulnerable. Doesn't want anyone to worry about him. Can't fault the bloke, really. And we've got the Magnificent 3+1. in the Vatican, in the vaults, we see the Doctor's, what I like to call Terminator vision. It looks like it is something from Terminator with his blasted sonic shade, which I hate, to be honest with you. And then we see the portal, which, as we find out, is a projection, which you can be projected anywhere in the past, really, or the future, I'm guessing. The Doctor's really confused, doesn't really know what he's looking at because he can't actually see. Well, these wise guys looks like these are going to be the main villains for the remainder of this season, from the trailer, which I'll show you shortly. Apart from the Master, Missy Master, these are going to be the guys, I think, to beat this season. So, before we continue to the end, let's do, as promised, some Twitter shout-outs. Here we go! If you want your Twitter featured, then just please give me a subscribe. Anybody who subscribes or gives me a thumbs up, or at least says hi on Twitter, will get you on next week's episode. Right, so we've got this portal thing, and what is this portal? As we find out, it's all projectors leading to different portals, if you like. And as Nardole mentioned, it's something to do with like the holodeck on Star Trek. If you've never seen Star Trek, it's a room you can walk into, and each room, the room can be programmed, a bit like a computer game type of thing, where you could be anywhere at any time, and it's all holographic. So you could be in a jungle, like Commander Riker here. He's in a forest. I think this is from the pilot encounter at Farpoint. Oh, I am a Trekkie as well. Or you could be transported back into the 1920s and be like Captain Picard is, a private detective. But that is basically the holodeck. If you watched this episode, you've never seen Star Trek, and you want to know what a holodeck is, that's it. And what happens? What happens when you go to the edge of the projection? You put your hand in it, and oh my God, Bill, I'm not real. We get to the serious stuff, don't we now? And Bill follows the bloodstains into the Oval Office. We've been here before. River Maker Blue again. But the Doctor's listened to the Veritas. Anybody who reads it, he's dead. He's listened to it. Does that count? This sort of reminds me about the Herosian in Star Trek Voyager. These guys here you can see on screen. What they did, they hunted. They were hunting species. They called them prey, and once they killed, they collected trophies. It sort of reminds me a bit what's happening in this episode. I'm not comparing it, but I'm using it as an example. It's these guys, the Herosian, used holographic technology to train their troops, if you like, about the hunting process, and use the holographic characters as prey, just to basically to train themselves up really in the hunting process. And this is what the Doctor's trying to explain to Bill here about, are you real? Are you not real? Bill's pretty adamant that she actually is real. I think this is a great scene. Personally, it's a good Doctor companion scene. She's asking the questions, he's giving her the answers. Perfect. Could this be another sex face of Bill? Could it? No, she's just realised the possibility that, oh my God, I'm not actually real. Oh, bless. Everything goes full circle. Missy's actually alive but sleepy. All the people run away because they realise how many people the doctor's killed, and Missy gets put in the vault. All in all, a good, thought-provoking episode, in my opinion. Better than last week's. Just a quick look. I put a Twitter poll up. Not many people voted, even though I've got shed loads of Doctor Who followers. Not many people voted, so thanks, guys. But here are the results of the poll. There you go. 67% of you said it was fair to middling, basically. Well, there we go. End of. I hope you liked. It's just a little video I like to do. It's a hobby, and I'd like you to like it. Please click like. If I can get 10, that'll be brilliant. And subscribe if you want to see more. Just click the subscribe button. It's a hobby. I like it, and I'm doing it for you. Good night.